This is the URT. You are the URT. Welcome to the URT. Big up the massive. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, and we keep telling you this is the series of reckoning. The club is in the dumps, and this is what we're doing. We are here, and we're keeping it live and direct with you guys. And this is the therapy. Different aspects. Gary Neville's been speaking. Protecting that real estate, people. Gary Neville's been speaking, protecting that real estate. Obviously, it's the last meaningless game of the season. The season ends tomorrow. And we're going to be looking at that. I don't want any fans, any fucking bootlickers or clans clapping for those pricks. So no clapping. No clapping tomorrow. No clapping tomorrow, people. Do not clap for people. Jump on if you're free. You are free. But yeah, so we're here. We're live. We're direct. We're looking ahead. Big up to everybody in the chat. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Smash that. Big up, man. I'm playing Doom. We'll be observing the chat, Nuruddin. I'm playing Doom. Oh, is that a game? Are you a gamer, Jamie? Are you a gamer? Are you a gamer, my friend? Big up to you. Big up Nuruddin. Like, sub, people. Yeah, big up Mohammed. Appreciate you. We're live. We're direct, man. We're here. And we don't give a damn. We're live, direct. We're here. And we don't give a damn, people. We do not give a damn. Congrats to Russo. Oh, yeah. Russo Arsenal won the Champions League, the Women's Champions League. And yeah, congratulations to Scott McTominay as well. Yeah. Massive gamer, bro. Oh, big up to you, bro. At least you got that. At least you have that. Are you playing with a lot of people on the internet? Are you playing that with a lot of people, or are you playing the game by yourself? Free Palestine. Ben, let me know if you're free to jump on, lad. Happy to see you if you want to jump on. Happy to compensate people. But yeah, let me know if you want to jump on, my friend. Let me know if you want to jump on, my friend. Yeah. Well, Gary Neville is saying to United fans, you've got to accept it. Accept the fate. Do not accept the fate. Clap the players. Support the club. Gary Neville is like, support the club. Directly support me to go and get my apartment and the building project. I'm going to be involved in the building project of that stadium because I've already got companies in Manchester that are here to build. Rubbing his hands going, money, 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 money. That's what's happening. That is what is effing happening. That is what is happening. Rodin, why you not got on Amorim? Listen, he can fuck off as well. Like I said to you, for me, they're not going to back him. So if he's got any nouns, Amorim should walk. If he's got any nouns about him, he should walk. Because they're not going to back him to be able to play his system. They're going to sack him. So he's just waiting to get sacked till the end of the next season. Till the end, till Christmas or maybe in October or November to get sacked. Because do you think anything's going to change in these 3 months unless they bring in 7 or 8 players that go straight into that lineup that can play that kind of system? Nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. Not happening at all. So, yeah, people, smash a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please smash the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. But yeah, big up, man. Big up the people. So yeah, Gary Neville is basically telling you, you need to just accept it. Accept what the owners are doing. Accept that the club is going to be in disarray. Accept that we're going to finish, we're mid-table mediocre. Accept the debts, the financial situation. Who's caused it? This is what I don't understand with the United fans. Who the fuck has caused the financial collapse of Manchester United? Who? Did it just appear? Did it just appear from nowhere? Did the United finances just collapse? Who's responsible? The people who are responsible for getting the club into are going to fix it. I just don't understand. I do not understand. I do not understand what people are thinking. I really do not understand what people are thinking. I genuinely do not understand what people are thinking. So people, please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, he should be banned from going to fucking Old Trafford. He should be banned from going to Old Trafford. That's what he should be. Shame on you. Absolute leech. You go into bed with Ineos. Indirectly, you are a Glazer bootlicker, Gary Neville. You are a Glazer bootlicker, Gary Neville. The stadium, that's the Glazers building the stadium. You are part of it. You want your building company, project building, to be with the Glazers. You're the same. Do you not see? And you're telling the fans to accept it. So he's on the American version of the overlap. Somebody sent me a clip. And basically what he's saying is, the fans will back the club. The fans will be there for the manager. The fans will do this. Shut the fuck up, man. Fans need to get the vultures fucking out. Get the fucking vultures out. That's what the fans need to do. Fans need to turn their backs. Go into the stadium, turn their backs for the whole fucking game. That's what the fans need to do. Empty Stratford End, East Stand, Main, North Stand, emptied. That's what the fans need to do. That's what the fans need to do, Gary. But because you've got the apartments in part of the regeneration with your building company and all these other companies that you've got in Manchester, that's what you do. You're doing real estate stuff. So that's what you're interested in. But don't think people like us don't fucking know what you're up to. Don't think people don't know what you're up to, pal. Do not insult our intelligence. Do not insult our intelligence. Do not. Never do that. Never do that. No, there is nobody coming to save us, Gypsy. There's nobody coming to save us, bro. The owners, we need to get relegated to get the owners out. Get that into your head, bro. I'm not talking about this manager can lose. To me, I said Areola or De Zerbi. De Zerbi didn't want to come. Nobody wants to come to this shit. Nobody wants to come to this shit. Manchester United need to go and spend $1 billion to bring world-class players here. They're sacking physios and masseurs. So what does that mean next season? Players are going to get injured. Players will have to hire their own physios. Fucking joke of a football club. Yeah. And we're £1 billion in debt. And then we're £1 billion in debt. So yeah, this is where we are. Big up Alien Tenno. Big up Peter. Big up Ben. Big up Jamie Wayne. Big up to all the people in the chat. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm waiting for Sheikh Arian. I know Sheikh Arian. Where is he? I'm waiting for Sheikh Arian. Maybe somebody to bring I want to see the quotes from Amorim's presser. But Gary Neville is basically telling you, right? You have to accept. You have to accept. You genuinely have to accept Manchester United where they are. And that the people who literally caused what's happened to the football club, sacking people right, left and centre, basically saying it's the staff that work at Manchester United. The amount of bootlickers, Alien Tenno, Ben, Jamie Wayne, all the therapy army, the amount of bootlickers telling me, well, they need to sack them because we need to get the finances in order. Well, they need to sack them because we're broke. I mean, Jim's here to fix it, mate. You know what I mean? It's got to take a couple of years. Get that fuck out and get that fuck. Go to fucking Literally, go bury your fucking head in Jim the fucking Glazer's ass for that talk, mate. Go and do it, you absolute pricks. Bootlickers. I just, honestly, there's a virus called bootlicking virus, and everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. I mean, he's repeating. I watched that, Jamie. Amorim is like a rabbit in the headlights. He's repeating the same bullshit he repeated. We were the better team. I thought we played better. We were the better team. We made chances. We created chances. The goalkeeper. Shut the fuck up, man. You absolute dickhead. We can't score a fucking goal in 97 minutes of football. Their goalkeeper only won one save. And that was in the 70-something minute. That's already spot on. So worse than this, the relegation, which is what you want. You know what's the reset your club needs. And Man United won't do, are required to get back to where they are. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. There's a bootlicking virus. Honestly, there's an illness. It's not even a virus. You know, sometimes virus, you can get rid of it. It's terminal. It's terminal. The bootlicking thing is terminal. You catch it and you have it for life. That's what it is. It's like it gets into your bloodstream and that's it. You're forever parroting, but we're broke. The finances. Jim, he's trying to sort it out. Sort what out? What is he sorting out? Talk to me. Ineos just spent the fucking money sacking Ten Hag, bringing in Amorim, sacking bloody Dan Ashton. What the hell? Sorry, Ben, I've just seen it. 1 second, I'll just send it to you. Jump on, man. Jump on, Ben. Jump on, jump on, jump on. Let me send it to Asif as well. But yeah, it's jokes. It's absolute jokes. It's absolute jokes. Absolute jokes, people. If you're free, if you are free, jump on. It's absolute jokes. I can't, honestly, I just can't. I can't do it. Big up Shekarian, he's here on time. He's here on time. He's here. He's here. Big up to Shekarian. Big up. Big up United Real Therapy, chief editor, mate. One of the editors. We've got two, him and Khalees. And big up to actually a couple of other people as well who also do it as well. Ruben Amorim, Bruno Fernandes. I will speak to the players, but my focus on the last game. Your focus is on the last game. What fucking focus? Your focus to finish 17. Get the fuck out of here with that talk. Your focus to finish 17th, mate. You sound like a fucking clown in the headlights, pal. They're not going to back you. Why the fuck are you staying here? They're not going to back you. They're not going to buy 11 players who can play your system. So why are you here? Why are you here? And why are you trying to hold on to Bruno Fernandes and these guys and Diego Dalot and that? They're shit. They've got you fucking 16. You've broken every record of Manchester United. So what are you waffling about? Oh, shut up, man. You handed in your resignation the other night. You were like, I'm happy to walk away. No compensation. The reports that you saying you wanted to walk away in January are true when you knew they weren't backing you to bring in the players to help you. And that's why you played Kobe Manu and put Rasmus and Zertsky both on the bench and played. You were trying to send a message. The owners, whether it's Ineos or Glazers, they play daft dumb, and blind, mate. Blind, deaf, dumb, blind. That's what they play. See no evil, hear no evil. That's what they're on. See no evil, hear no evil. Blah, 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 blah. That's what they were doing in January. You absolute dickhead. So walk away, man. Walk the fuck away from here. Or give me relegation next season. Do the whole season and give me a relegation. Championship. Help me get rid of the owners. If you're going to do anything for me, do that for me. Oh my God, look at it. That's called fucking, that is, you know what, this is not, it's not even called consultation. Living in delusion. We had the better chances. What fucking chances? What chances? We created 2 chances in 90-something minutes. 97 minutes of football. One that was, the header that was cleared off the line, and the normal save by their goalkeeper. People smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Ruben Amorim season as a whole is really hard. I would try to convince you otherwise. It's been a tough season. We had that hope we could win something, and that could help. Ain't no fucking shitty Europa League helping you when you finish 16th, mate. Or you can finish 17th tomorrow. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what people are talking about. What the fuck are people talking about? I just, honestly, I don't get it, people. I don't get it. I really don't get it. The way we get up and focus for the next game to finish in a good, when you start thinking about the future and the squad, new season, it's going to start. We will start with new ambition and try to do better. You know what I was watching this afternoon? I think I might have missed this question. To try do better. What are you on, you? Try to do fucking better. You ain't doing better shit, mate. Get the fuck out of here, man. Absolute fucking clown. Try better. Things can change fast. I cannot say how many windows or how many years to reach the point where we can improve. That is clear. So why the fuck are you staying then? Like, so what? So look what he's saying here. Things can change fast. That's one sentence. And then he goes, I cannot say how many windows or how many years to reach the point where we can improve. That's clear. What is he waffling about? I just don't get it. But people, please smash a like on the video. Big up Phil, man. Big up Phil. I hope you're good, mate. Oh, the family's good, bro. Let's not pretend Eric wasn't to blame. We were also, he bought most of this shite in the recruitment. Need a slap. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But the club allowed him that. Big up to Sonic Quantum, man. HKS, man. Big up to you. How many players do you think are leaving this year, considering the financial situation and missing out on the Europa list? I don't think many of them are leaving. I genuinely don't. I mean, if any of them have got any ambition about them, they will get the fuck out of the circus. They would leave. But they're not, because they're on big contracts and money. And the Glazers and Ineos don't really want to get rid of people. So I don't expect that many people to leave if I'm going to lie to you. I want these fuckers to stay, Sonic Quantum, so that we can go relegation next season. That's the only way. My biggest focus, bro, is on how, where, when we can get rid of these owners. That's the biggest thing. But in terms of players leaving, I mean, it depends. I think if I was the ambitious players, I would leave. If I'm the ambitious players, I would leave. I'd be like, get me the F out of here, man. This clownish of a show. Shit show. I would leave. But majority of them are too comfortable. Because they do this, the sheep go, nah, 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 nah. That's what we do. That's what the fuck we do. That's what the sheep do, Old Trafford. We gotta support them. Support them. Support the people who are milking off the fucking when people are getting sacked right, left, and centre. Ordinary working class people are getting sacked. People who are on 25 grand a year. I know people I know who work for United, or some of them used to work for United. They literally took a pay cut to go and work for United because they're a United fan. The equivalent job they'll be doing, it could be like 40 grand, but they're happy to do it 25 grand because they're working for United. Yeah, of course, yeah. I saw it, yeah, big up. Yeah, we know that he's a Leeds fan, yeah. So we got a City guy and a Leeds guy burying our football club. That's what we've got. Fucking traitors. We got not traitors, but we're basically giving jobs to fucking people who hate Manchester United, whose Manchester United ruined their childhoods. A City guy and a fucking Leeds guy. Breaking Ruben Amorim has told us he can find a new club this summer. Yeah, this is nothing new, mate. The club tried to sell him. That's not breaking news. The club tried to get rid of him in January. He was negotiating with Napoli, and the Napoli owner said he asked for too much. You gotta listen. Let me say something about people. Yeah, as a footballer, you have to have the most confidence in your ability, but the levels that it's like there's a thin line, because as a footballer, you have to back yourself. You have to back yourself. You have to almost be a bit deluded to think how good you are, because that's the belief, to give yourself the belief. But the way he thinks he's fucking R9 is R7 is unbelievable. And Napoli guys laughed at him. And that's not breaking news either, but big up to Shekarian. Manchester United wanted 60 million for Alessandro in January, and Napoli and Chelsea were interested. The price expected to drop this summer. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, big up. Big up, man. How many likes we got on the video? Have we got 100 likes yet? You're not going to get this level of content. I'm not going to lie to you people. You're not going to get this level of content because here we keep it raw and real. It's red, it's raw, it's real. That's how it is. We're not even 100 likes yet. Honestly, not even 100 likes yet. So just smash the likes. It costs you absolutely nothing. Ruben Amorim talking about Bruno. It's important Bruno Fernandes sees what we're changing to a lot of things in our club. The behavior, everyday organization, pace training, all these things. He sees that that we're doing across all levels. He wants to stay at the club. He loves the club. Nah, mate. Getting 30-year-old, getting 100 million for a 30-year-old. You snap your hand off, mate. He needs to go. You cannot play through one player. You cannot play through one player, mate. Amorim, Bruno Fernandes, he wants to win the club. He trains and behaves at a high level. What the fuck are you talking about? Where was he then? Where was he the other night? when the trophy was on the line, he's lost two Europa trophies. It is what it is. Real bettors are desperate to keep Anthony. But people, let's talk about it. I want you to tell me about it. Ben, I've sent you the link. I've sent you the link, Ben. Jump on, Ben. Yeah. Big up to you, love. But Gary Neville, honestly, it's disgraceful. Facts. If I was the player, I would definitely want out of Manchester United Football Club. There are too many recent examples of people succeeding when leaving. Yeah, 100%. Casey, 100%, bro. 100%, brother. That people be like, nah, I'm done. If you have any ambition and you back yourself as a footballer, you'd be like, what the F am I doing here? I'll go where teams are fighting for things. That's where I would go. I won't want to fucking be relegated. I won't have that record on as a player. I wouldn't want that. I would get the F out of here. The mercenaries, anyway, the majority of players. That's why they don't get attached to players or managers. The mercenary, majority of them are mercenaries. Ferguson was one of the factors that caused the Glazers to come into this football club. And if you ever remember, 2 days before they came in, Fergie was like, no, I'm against them. Then they made him the highest paid manager, and he was like, oh, they're very good to me. Paid him for the rest of his days. Al Hilal want Bruno to move to Saudi Arabia, but convincing him will be a tough. Bruno loves Manchester and happy with the club's current atmosphere. He's also considering a big payday while he's still young. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, man, happy birthday to Eric Cantona, man, to the legend that is Eric Cantona. Ooh, ah, Cantona. Say, ooh, ah, Cantona. Ooh, ah, Cantona. Say, ooh, ah, Cantona. Cantona. Cantona is a legend, mate. The living legend. That is Cantona, mate. This is him, man. This is him. This is him. This is who he is, man. The living legend. Let me show you who Eric Cantona is, man. That's the thing I wanted to say last night in last night's debate. Big up to all the people that stayed with the debate last night. I had to go and see some friends, man. Get some and have some food. This is Eric. This is him. Big up to FC United. I paid a tribute to him. Wishing a very happy birthday to the co-owner, Eric Cantona, from all FC United. There you go. Yeah, this is him. Look at him. When he went there, they gave him that. The red flags, man. The red flags. Cantona, bon anniversaire. Eric Cantona. You know, he's most people don't know, but he is I think he's one of his grandparents is Italian. The other parent is from Barcelona, you know, from the Catalonia. So one of his parents is Catalonian and the other parent is Italian. So it's a mixture between Italian and Spanish. That's who Eric Cantona is. Ruben Amorim confirmed he'll make a speech at Old Trafford after the game tomorrow that the players will complete a lap of the fucking shit. I hope majority of the fans are fucking dumb by then. Look, the backtracking. the backtracking. Nah, we heard what he said. Shut up, Fabrizio, you absolute muppet. He said, I'll leave and no compensation. I'm happy. If the people want me to go, I'll leave. No have to pay me no compensation. And now look at this backtracking here. He was not saying he wanted to leave. He's saying he wants to rebuild Manchester United out of passion and not by how much money. This thing was fucking stupid. I swear to God, that's an insult. The insult is unbelievable. The insult is unbelievable, people. The insult that, you know one thing, yeah? Mercenary, rob the football club. Take what you want. Get the football club into £1 billion debt. You know, spend £1.5 billion on players, right? You know, like sack people, working class people from Manchester. But don't come out with fucking Jackinory stories like this. This is not CBBC. This is not fucking true. This is fucking CBBC. This is Jackinory stories. This is unbelievable. You know how much of an insult this is? No, Ruben Amorim said, no, I'll go. If the owners want me to go, he gave it to them. He said to them, listen, if you want me to go, I'll go. Because he knows they're not going to back him. They're not going to back him. It had nothing to do with the Garnacho relationship breaking, and that's all a waffle. It's all a lot of waffle. Let me just get the super chat. Big up to, let me see who's got the super chat. Big up KK. Big up Nuruddin. You finally found your channel after watching you for years. Yeah, big up, bro. Listen, KK. I'm shadow banned, bro. I'm shadow banned. That's why we go hard for Palestine, because they don't want us to talk about the genocide and what's happening in Palestine. They don't want us to talk about what's happening in Congo, Sudan. They don't want us to talk about what's going on with the indigenous people in Latin America, in Scandinavia. You know what I mean? In all different parts of the world. They don't want us to talk about that. They don't. So we're here. So we're doubling down. And you can see the title of that book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a fuck. That's what we're saying, bro. Can you see that there? We got a Palestinian flag. We got Palestine on there. We got Layla, one of the revolutionaries of Palestine. And we got the book there that says The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's who we are, bro. So appreciate you for the super chat. But let the people know we're here, we're live, we're direct. Big up Jarvis.
Big up Nuruddin.
7, you know, Bowley. Make sure people are checking out Tactical Devils. Can we just say happy birthday
to you? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Eric Cantona. Happy birthday
to you.
Cantona. Say Cantona. Cantona. Say Cantona. There you go. Eric gets the birthday. Yeah, big up to him. He also stands up for Palestine. I can show people, yeah, Eric is always on the right side of history. Eric Cantona in a Palestine kit. Palestine kit.
He's a man with integrity, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about Cantona yesterday, but we mentioned him a little bit.
Look what he posted. Look. This is on his Insta. This is what he posted. Look at that. Yes. Gaza is not starving. Gaza is being starved by the Israel and the United States. This is the legend. This is Eric Cantona. You can see that's him. Official. That is who he is. This is who he is, man. One of my favorite photos of him wearing a Palestinian shirt. There it is. There it is, people. Look. There it is.
Yeah. Cantona.
There you go.
He retired way too early.
He retired way too early, yeah.
97.
But then, to be fair, the game, you know why he retired? Because the game became about money. And he always stuck to his truth. That's the thing. You can't blame him, Jarvis, because he said it's a feeling. He didn't. Football became about money. And the club, the club were like, ooh, they were arguing with him about his rights, his rights to the shirt and stuff like. They were arguing with him about that, and he was just like, fuck off. Yeah, when did he quit? He was 27 or 28 or something like that. Yeah, he left football. He's like, nah, I'm not in love with it anymore. It's become something different.
I love Cantona. Did you read the story about him? You know the music video with is it Oasis when he plays the king in that music video?
I don't know. I
think it was Liam Gallagher who told the story, and he said he called Cantona and asked him if he could do the video, and he said yes. Okay. Do you need plane tickets? No, I get my own plane tickets. Okay, maybe we can get a driver to pick you up at the airport. No, I get my own driver. You need some compensation, some money.
Yeah.
No, I got my own money.
Yeah.
So he just came there, did the shoot, walked out, went home.
Yeah.
Cantona.
So check this out. So Jarvis, look, Ruben Amorim has addressed players in Carrington training ground on Saturday to inform them he will not be leaving. Why are you not getting out? Get out. Well, get out with your held hope high. You're set up for a trap. They're not going to back you. They're not going to back you. They're not. And the fans will be out, will be like, get the fuck out. They'll be getting you out anyway. And they'll sack you. So what are you doing? Did you see this, Jarvis? It's like a little Jackie Nori. We heard what he said. We know what he said. So, yeah, we're just playing tribute to Eric Cantona to showing that why we love him. We love him not because he was a great legend of Manchester United, but he's a man of principle. He's got fucking courage. Courage. That's why we love him. Courage. Nobody's perfect. He does adverts. For me, I will never, ever do adverts for gambling or whatever, betting companies, because they wreck people's lives. But if that's the worst he can do, if I had to say anything critical about Cantona, I say don't do those adverts, right? But that's the only thing I'm saying. But he will never bootleg. He will never shake the hand of Jim Glazer. He will never shake the hands of. If he ever, Cantona would headbutt fucking Avram Glazer. Mark my fucking words.
Kung fu
Eric
kick.
Cantona would headbutt him. He would fucking headbutt him and tell him to his face, get the fuck out of this football club. That's what he would be doing. So please remember that. Big up, Ben. How you doing, Ben? Joining us. I just wanted to update both of you. Big up. Gary Neville was in the overlap, the US. You know, he's got overlap US. He basically said, Manchester United fans, like he's trying to do this fucking, like, you know, this kind of like reverse psychology on the fans. And he's like, the fans will back Amorim. They'll back him. They'll back the club. I mean, we're going to struggle. Finances are really bad. Like, Gary, explain to me how the finances got bad. Manchester United was way ahead of all the clubs. We were winning doubles, trebles, 3 league titles in a row. I think in 4 years, we were 3 Champions League finals. Please explain to me how. Did just Ben, Jarvis, do robbers come in dark in the night, went to Manchester United safe and opened them then in the middle of the night and did a runner? Is that what fucking happened?
Yeah.
But he thinks the people who are responsible for the fucking damage are going to fix it. Please, I beg you. Let me go to you, Ben, and then I'll go to you, Jarvis. Please make it make sense to me. I beg you guys. Because I don't know what the delusion is. He finished up, he said, I think top 10, maybe top 9 next season. I mean, if it means that we don't win a league in the next 10 to 15, 20 years, so be it. We didn't win for 25 years. Do you understand what the fuck he's doing? Because he's like, those building projects, those apartments, oh, yeah. That's all that matters to me. Manchester United winning league titles. Nah. Money. So now he was coming out spouting against Glazers, but he doesn't realize that we know that he's in bed with Jim Glazer indirectly. He's in bed with the fucking Glazers. And that's why he's trying to condition the United fans to accepting the mediocre.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Ben. Please make me try to see how he thinks that was so stupid. How? We think was so stupid. What if he tried to get the fans? What is he trying to get the fans to accept?
Yeah, big up Jarvis, big up Nerd, and big up the
Ben.
chat. Free Palestine, fuck Zionism. Look, I mean, there's nothing really new about Gary Neville. He's exposed himself over the years. Like, I remember there was a meeting regarding the stadium before the stadium got announced, and it was in Old Trafford. We've seen the likes of Sir Jim Ratcliffe. We've seen Glazers. We've seen, Barada, Wilcox, and then we then seen Gary Neville approach Old Trafford, and then that's when things started kicking on with the whole apartment situation, because obviously the man's an owner of Salford Football Club, so he's going to be wanting a wee bit of cash for those Salford apartments. So look, I despise the man. Like, the only credit I'll ever give to him is, like, he actually talks, about the Glazers on Sky Sports, but that's not fucking enough. He doesn't, when he did that one-on-one interview with Sir Jim, he was like, "You're a far better businessman than anyone in this building and anyone in this country. Like, stop fucking licking his arse. Stop licking his arse, Gary Neville, and actually ask him sensible fucking questions. Stop actually giving him credit. What he's done to the football club is nothing but embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. He's actually, like, there was a report there. I think they lost 7% of the New York Stock Exchange. It was confirmed after the final, and you know what? This is brilliant. This is good news. See, when I sing they lost 7%, I was loving life, because it's hurting more of their pockets, the Glazers and Ineos' pockets. So, like, the more suffering as hateful as we are and how shit we are, it is the better outcome for them because it's hurting them. It's hurting them too. But like I said, man, like it just doesn't surprise me with the Gary Neville's comments. He's always been a fucking fraud, in my opinion. And the only the king, in terms of the ex players, it's ever spoke about the Glazers is our Cantona, man. He's a real king. He's a real hero, bro. Honestly, and it's just this. I just don't even want to listen to any of the ex pros anymore. Like what they say about United, even Roy Keane, and he's one of my favorite players. I've ever watched. Growing up, obviously he's from Ireland too, but he did a fucking advertisement for Manchester United for Adidas, and that exposed him. So shame on that man too, and he criticizes the club a lot. But why are you being a hypocrite, Roy Keane? Why are you being a hypocrite? If you're trying to help the club out as well, man, like you're just feeding them even more, like you're just hiding them, and it's the exact same as Sir Alex, but it's just a fucking joke, man. Like I never want to. I hate watching the overlap at times because Gary Neville just talks the biggest load of bollocks ever, bro. He just I don't know, man. I just can't cope with him listening to him, But now, like I said, man, like it's just this is one of the reasons why we're in this state, and obviously with tomorrow it's gonna be. Are you going to the stadium, Nerden? Oh, you're on mute.
I'm gonna go to the game. I'm not gonna go to the game. I'm not going. I'm not watching that shit. I'm gonna go to the protest though.
Protest, big up,
And
because
mainly to go and speak to the organizers and say, guys, what we're doing.
facts.
We need to do a walkout. That's all I'm going to say tomorrow. I'm gonna say people need to do walkouts.
Exactly. And you know what?
Gary Neville.
If anyone's going to that stadium tomorrow and even claps the players or any like the coach himself, shame on you, bro. Like honestly, because this is just one of the major issues with our football club is just the fan base. Like it's just embarrassing, man. Like Said spoke about it in his previous video there. AC Milan tonight, they after the 40th minute, I don't know whether you watched the game tonight, Jarvis or Nurden, they emptied the fucking stadium. They actually emptied the stadium, and AC Milan are a massive, massive club with massive like their owners. Like yes, they're not as bad as our owners, but they're the fucking disgrace. And AC Milan should always be at the top. So why can we not do it? Why can we not do it, man? It's just a fucking disgrace, bro. And Gary and these ex players are not helping shit. They're not helping shit, man. But big up anyways. Hit the likes, people, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Free everyone that's oppressed, bro.
Yeah, big up. Go ahead, Jarvis. Why is Gary Neville doing this, Jarvis? Why is he telling? It doesn't matter if we win the league in the next 10, 15, 20 years. Why is he telling that? What is he doing? Why is he asking people to accept the mediocre?
Well, it have to be said, I haven't seen the overlap US interview or show, so I'm not entirely sure what was said. But when it comes to Gary Neville, I think he's becoming more and more.
I promise you, Jarvis, it was word for word. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, send us a link there.
Overlap US. Yeah.
But on general terms, Gary Neville, he's becoming more and more of a politician in every word he says and every comment he makes. And it's clear as day that he don't want to step on any toes to block his career further when it comes to footballing journalist or I don't know, the hierarchy in British football. So I feel that he's on his path and doing his thing, but he has lost the passion because he was one of the first. It has to be said, he was one of the first ex-players who came out and criticized the Glazers. Even now, this winter, he criticized Sir Jim Ratcliffe for being an umbrella for the Glazers. He asked him the question, if you remember. So, there's some critical elements in Gary Neville's case, but I feel that he's more and more of a politician in how he answers things, and he has lost his edge. And, I think it obviously has to do with money and the area around Old Trafford and, his investments. He's not stupid, when it comes to money and business. A lot of people say business is business. That's just the way it is. But I would love Gary Neville to to have integrity in the same way as we mentioned with Cantona. And, even David Beckham deserves some credit because he wore the green and gold scarf on Old Trafford. So, yeah. But at the moment, I think Gary Neville can do better.
Yeah.
I expect more from him because he has a big voice when it comes to Man United. And he should take that responsibility more seriously and not just think of his own investments. So, did you find anything from that interview, Noradin? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. So basically, big up Alien 10. Big up, people. Please smash a like. Let's get to 200 likes. That's the target.
Yes.
I'm just looking at it, so I have to mute myself. So big up, Peter. What's Gary Neville doing? I'm gonna find the quote exactly. I'm gonna find it. Is that your phone going off?
You know what? Big up Dino, Jarvis, Ben, and chat. Yeah. Gary Neville. He's a businessman now, guys, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. He's just a businessman. He tries to say that he's got the interests of us, the fans of Man United, in his heart. Bullshit. He just wants to rake in as much cash as he can out of us. And that's, I don't care with that. Seriously, I don't care. Maybe I would do the same. If I used to be an ex-player at Man United and I was in a position of doing that, maybe I'd be doing that myself, boys. Let's be real about this. Because money talks, lads. Money talks. That's life. Money pays the gas bill. Money pays the water bill. It pays the electricity. Whatever. It pays for your bitches when you're on holiday, when you want to clap them when the wife don't see you. Also, Dino, you missed a fucking gem last night when my wife said, get a fucking shower and get in bed.
Yes, big up to your wife. She's the fucking boss. Big up Saeed for the raid. Appreciate Saeed for the raid.
Big up Saeed. Anyway, Jarvis,
what's that phone going off?
Norwich?
Your phone is going off.
Yeah, you got a Norwich. My phone's going off. Fucking. You know what? Soon as I go online and talk, fucking people want to get in touch with me. What the fucking? I've got to take this call. Seriously. I'll see you in a minute, guys.
Your missus is not going to be happy with that. Big up Saeed for the raid.
Big up Saeed.
Big up Saeed. Big up Saeed.
Big up Saeed for the raid. So here we go. I've just found it. I found it, people. So let me just go to this now. 1 second. So this is the bit where he's talking about. He talks about the finances, right? So let me just, I don't want to be unfair to him. So let me just share the screen. There we go. Let me just play this.
Ago, that they were running out of cash. Manchester United, once the richest club in the world, the best stadium one of the best stadiums in this country, well, the best stadium in this country, one of the best stadiums in the world, the best training ground in this country, is now in a situation where it's running out of cash.
Why, Gary?
And that is something that just needs to be, I can't even believe I'm saying that.
But why?
And now we've got a situation whereby, I think Manchester United today are saying that Ruben Amorim will get £100 million. That's the sort of noise.
£100 million? Where are we shopping? He bought a football. £100 million, he said, for Ruben Amorim. What the fuck is that going to buy? Jarvis, what's that going to buy? What 100 million going to get you today?
Yeah.
What is 100 million going to get
Cunha
you?
Delap. That's it.
Like, let me go back. Like, he thinks 2 players can fix this.
I'm hearing that's where they're at. Ruben Amorim is going to stay. Good. That's fine. They're going to give him £100 million. I would probably ask the question, who's going to have to be sold to fund that? There's going to have to be some incoming money, I suspect, to be able to act.
Manu?
So
Academy
I
products?
mean, you're selling Garnacho, you're selling Manu, you've sold McTominay, Rashford's gone, and maybe they're all the right decisions, those. But I tell you what, there's something fundamentally wrong when you're ripping the heart out of an academy at a football club. I used to say three things. Manchester United, they have to win, they have to play young players from the academy, and they have to play entertaining football. That's it. Now, that, to be fair, sounds really simple. Those three things are non-negotiables. Win, produce young players, make sure you play them, make sure you give them a pathway, and you play entertaining football. All three, if you sell Garnacho and Manu, you've got rid of McTominay, you've got rid of Rashford, and let's say they're not, but you don't get rid of your own all en masse within 12 to 18 months if you're Manchester United to suit sustainability rules. That's what they're having to do here. I don't believe that they will be selling these players if it wasn't for sustainability rules, so that 100% of that money goes to the problems that they've got. So we're now funding, we've now become a model of team that are selling young players to fund the mistakes of the ownership over 10 years.
But Gary, you mentioned there Rashford. And
Now, fuck off. You see, he doesn't mention the mistakes that they've made.
Yeah.
I'll find the other clip. Let me just get this super chat. Big up, people, everybody for the raid. We're dissecting people. You've come to the real, the raw, the red, the United Real Therapy, the Therapy Army. Let's be having you. Let's get to 200 likes straight away. Here, Gary Neville, in a minute, I'm going to find the exact clip where he's telling the fans to accept the mediocre, and that if it means that we don't win the league in 10, 15 years, so what? Big up, Mubsy said, I might celebrate after tomorrow game because I don't have to watch Manchester United for a few months. Big up everyone, Free Palestine. Big up Mubsy. Always appreciate you. Always big up for the super chat. But people, from what, listen to what, you see, he diagnoses the problem, but he doesn't say who's directly to blame. Who's directly to blame, Gary? Who's already wasted money and made mistakes when they've come in the first year? Who? Ineos. I can't talk about them though, can I? Because I'm in bed with them. And I'm in their videos. I'm doing their promos for the new stadium. Jarvis, I'm sorry. There's no integrity in what you hear. Carry on. I'm going to find the other bit.
Yeah, you're talking about 100 million and what it will bring us. Last season, we sold players for about 80 million pounds and we bought players for 170 million. So we had a net spend of approximately 90 million pounds. And we bought how many players? We bought one, two, three, four, five players, I would say. So maybe 100 million can get us 5 players with sales. I think that's reasonable.
5 million. Okay. Name me the prices, Jarvis. Break it down.
No, I'm just saying 100 million budget could bring us about 5 players with sales. I would say that's reasonable. And, we bought Xerxes 36, Lenny Euro 52 million, De Ligt 38, Masraoui 12, and Ugarte 42. That was our spending last season. And I think we can do something similar and get in 5 players for that. But this time we need a striker, and we already spent 60 million on Cunha. So 100 million, that's 40 million on a striker. That we're talking the lap. So, and that's that. And then we need to sell players. So don't be surprised if we sell Garnacho, maybe 50 million. We heard today Chris Wheeler talked about the asking price for United for Garnacho was 60 to 70 million pounds. I think that's unrealistic. I don't think we will get that amount of money.
They're not getting that.
No, so maybe 50 at best.
50, yeah, I'd say 50.
50 at best. And I think we have to sell Bruno. I think that's the only way out of it. Yeah. So we're talking about 150 million extra, plus maybe some money for Rashford, Sancho, and yeah.
Well, sorry, carry on, Jarvis.
Yeah, no. And I was just going to end and say, and if we do that, maybe we can sign 5 players.
Yeah, but I think this we can sign more than 5 players. I do generally believe. I know, obviously, I might be getting a wee bit too far ahead of myself because we know who the owners are. Like, we know that they like saving their pennies and stuff. But if you do really think about it, like if Bruno Fernandes does go to Al Hilal, and then obviously we've seen that Garnacho has been announced that he is leaving the club. So if Bruno goes for say 100 million, say if Al Hilal are ready to pay 100 million to us, plus the 50 million for Garnacho, so that's what 150 million. Then Sancho's definitely leaving. Now I heard that Sancho is it's around 20 to 25 million, and then you've got Anthony, who still has to play this final. So I reckon if Betis beat Chelsea, I reckon Anthony could be worth about 40 to 45. And then obviously
the price
you've
is 32.5. That's
for Anthony, yes. Is
Yeah.
that confirmed? Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So, but even still, like 30 million, I mean, we paid 90 million for him. It's embarrassing, but at least we're getting a wee bit of some form of money for him. Like, but I think we could easily sell players up to like 250 million to 300 million this summer. Like, because there's a lot of players that need to go. Like Hoyland, there's Onana, there's Rayo Espanyol have just released. There was a rumor tonight or a few days ago that apparently Juan Garcia, my keeper, the keeper I want, his release clause is 20 million for the keeper. So why don't United go in and sweep him and let Onana go back to Saudi Arabia, because there was a Saudi Arabia club that was interested in Onana. But nah, man, I there's no excuse for Ineos this season, like this summer, because I'm expecting us to be in for a lot of players this summer, Jarvis and Nurden. I'm very, very jealous tonight. I've just seen obviously Wirtz and Kirkes, being heavily linked to Liverpool, and the likes of City being linked to my favorite midfielder right now in the world, Reinders from AC Milan. I feel embarrassed, but this is where Ineos and Glazers have put us. So it's all down to them, man. It really is all down to them this summer. And whether Amorim is with us, well, apparently he is with us this next season. I just, I've always said that, Amorim is the icing on the cake at the moment. He'd be the least of my concerns to get rid of. I think the bigger picture needs to be focused on first, and that's Ineos and Glazers. I think there needs to be more protests, but it's a big summer for Man United. It is a big summer. I know, Nurden, you might like I might be sound mad by saying like Man United should be going to buy 8 or 9 players this summer, but it has to be the reality, Nerd, because there's so many players that are going to be gone. Like even the contract situations. Rashford's on £350,000 a week. Sancho's on 300k a week. Like all these are going to be free money for us. But it's how they use the money, Glazers and Ineos, how they use it. So. Big up, anyways.
Yeah, you mentioned the goalkeeper there, Ben, and we saw today that Manchester United have inquired about Mike Maignan, AC Milan keeper, because his contract is expiring in 2026. And also, we heard yesterday, this came out from Rich Fay. He said Man United are also looking to become more savvy with their spending and hoping to save money by targeting players who are already in the final year of the contract or who soon will become free agent. So this is what we're looking at the moment. I don't know, Nordin, what's your thoughts on this new strategy? Do you think it will pay off?
No, I don't think it will pay off, because the manager's under extreme pressure. And I think players coming in next year, if they're not at a certain level of professional experience, Jarvis, you've played football, you understand. You have to have certain level of experience. And younger players will go under here, because they haven't got the experience. And what's going to change in 3.5 months' time? But big up Peter. Peter says, accept United as it is, United fans. Us Arsenal accepted 8 twice, improved a bit, but then I'm seeing with anger now because of Spurs. No, it's nothing to do with that. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? We are 16th. You finished 8 twice. We've doubled that. We're 16. If Southampton, Leicester, and Ipswich were not that crap this season, we would have been in a serious relegation fight. What are you talking about? It's not like we finished 8th. No. But big up to you, though. I appreciate your chat, but we finished fucking 16. We gave up on the Premier League. We literally got a manager that needs specific type of players to fit into his system. That's who we got. That's who we got. That's who we got. So big up to Jarvis. Let's have a look at this thing. Who am I seeing here?
I don't know.
These
Do you see
players.
anything? Players who are. It's a lot of
Well,
players here.
I think Ben Mee is better than fucking Lindelof. But how old is Ben Mee? The ages should be on there. You can't just put the players' names. You've got to put their ages on there.
Yeah.
Decore? Would you take Decore? I think Decore would be. Is that Decore as the midfielder? Decore, yeah, from Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Decore. Would you take Ashley Young back?
No chance. Are you taking the piss? Fucking hell, no.
Yeah,
go down.
Yeah, now we're at the end of the bottom.
No, go up. Sorry, go up. Lamptey, I don't know what happened to him, but Tariq Lamptey was a decent player before the injuries got to him. Remember him?
Yeah.
And he's still young, you know. I think he's still under 25.
Yeah, there's really not.
What about this guy?
No,
Kyle Walker-Peters.
Not a fan. I'm not a fan of Walker-Peters.
I actually think as a win back, he'd be good because he's quite good at attacking.
Yeah, but I feel the same. I feel the same.
I think he would be. No.
But as a backup striker, then someone who fill in for if we get to sell Højlund, could we go for a player like, for example, Callum Wilson?
Nah, he's injured. He's injured.
Or Dominic Calvin-Lewis.
No, they're both injuries. That's why they're both clubs are getting rid of them.
I didn't even know. There's below Callum Wilson. There's our local lad Jamal Lewis. He left back for Northern Ireland. He played for Norwich when Norwich won the Premier League.
I remember who you're talking about.
Still a very young player. I watch him a lot in the international football. I think the issue with Jamal Lewis is I think he's similar profile to Malacia. I think he hesitates to get forward. I think he just hesitates a lot to get forward, and he just prioritizes obviously staying back with the defense, obviously. But that's the only issue I have with Lewis. But I still think he's a decent player. Lewis.
Yeah.
So
how much have Liverpool spent on Wirtz? How much?
They haven't confirmed yet, but apparently they're on their final stages at the moment to confirm the deal.
But how much though? Because they were asking for 100 million apparently.
I don't know.
Oh mate, I'm sorry, Peter. Big up. Yeah, big up to your daughter.
Big up.
Okay.
Yeah, big up to your daughter. Sending her love. Sending her love. Yeah, people, please. We're not even on 200 likes, and it's a shame because there's only 400 people in here. But smash the likes. I'm gonna find a bit more quotes. So carry on, Jarvis.
Yeah. Let's see. What else did we hear today? Ben, what's your thoughts on this one? Leverkusen.
Found it. 1 second, Jarvis. I found it.
Okay.
I found it.
We can talk about Ten Hag later.
We are both the Ten Haggenders before the end.
Listen to that.
I think that Ruben Amorim is so honest in his press conferences to a point of fault, actually. And how can we sit here and say to a manager, don't be as honest as what you are being? Because to be fair, I've interviewed him. I think he's fantastic. And I think he basically says what we're all probably thinking. They're the worst club side in history. There's problems at the club. However, don't offer yourself up. Don't offer yourself up ever. Ruben, don't do that. I'm talking as a 50-year-old person here who's at times thought that's the right thing to do. He's very young. He's saying the admirable thing. You know, I once watched Kevin Keegan in an England dressing room talk with real emotion at the end of a game about how I've taken it as far as I can, and he handed his notes in. But he'd had 2.5 years in the job. He'd had a couple of years in the job. Ruben, you've been there 6 months.
What does that mean?
Don't offer yourself up Just tell us how you're going to essentially drive a bus through that dressing room and what you're going to do to fix it. That's all you need to do. Focus on that. They've said that you're going to stay at the start of next season. The fans want you to stay. I include myself in that as well. I'm a fan. I want him to stay at the club. I want them to support him. I want them to give him a chance. Stop offering yourself up. Stop doing the honourable thing. The reasons that you're losing and the reasons that ultimately this club is failing at this moment in time is a series of things that not all are down to you. You didn't sign any of those players apart from Dorgu. You didn't sign any of those players. None of them are yours. If in a year and a half or in a year's time, we're talking about a couple of transfer windows and you've made some significant changes to that squad and they're starting to become your team and we're still playing the same way, obviously he knows then at that point he's going to be in trouble. But he didn't want to take this job, Rebecca. He didn't want to take this job partway through a season. And what happens when you're a young person sometimes? You say, no, I'd rather come at the end of the season. But you take a job in your life sometimes because you get swayed into it and you think you're going to miss the opportunity, or you're doing it for a different reason, or you just end up folding and basically sort of giving in and saying, right, I'll do it. No, we need you now, or else it won't be there at the end of the season. And you'll be looking at it and think, I wish I just said no. That's what he'll be thinking. But now is not a time for him to offer himself up. Now is a time, the club are supporting him. They're definitely going to put him in place at the start of the season. Just tell us how you're going to get it right. And I want to point towards Luke Shaw's interview, because I thought that was equally as telling, where he talked about we've got to look ourselves in the mirror and decide whether we're good enough to play for Manchester United. One, Luke, it's not your job to determine that. A player at Manchester United should have no control as to whether they're there or not. The manager of the football club decides whether you're good enough to play in that football team. He will determine that. And when the players are starting to come out and question publicly whether they're good enough to play for the club, you know how bad it is internally there. You imagine what they're saying to each other inside. I have this thing about negativity spiral. In my businesses, in my life, if I hear the energy sapping negativity spiral starting to move, whereby you can feel people are starting to have an influence over the others, and Luke's an experienced player now, honestly, I think you've got to wipe it out.
Gusto have the tastiest range of vegan and vegetarian recipes.
So you heard that, people. You heard that. Let me just get rid of that advert. So this is where he comes in. This is where the quote is now. This is where he's coming in and he starts waffling. So just bear with me. He starts waffling right now. For me, most things, nothing wrong with what he said, other than saying, oh, Luke Shaw, you should be saying this, you should be saying that. I'm like, yeah. Let me just hold.
Yeah, but Ben, do you agree with Gary Neville? Shouldn't he have offered his place?
1 second, Jarvis, 1 second. Let's go back to it. 1 second. We can talk about it. Let's break it down.
Okay. And by the way, there's a slight echo. So maybe you can turn down your mic or whatever.
Decides whether you're good enough to play in that football team. He will determine that. And when the players are starting to come out and question publicly whether they're good enough to play for the club, you know how bad it is internally there. You imagine what they're saying to each other inside. I have this thing about negativity spiral. In my businesses, in my life, if I hear the energy sapping negativity spiral starting to move, whereby you can feel people are starting to have an influence over the others, and Luke's an experienced player now, honestly, I think you've got to wipe it out. You've got to wipe out every single player in that dressing room who doesn't believe that they have got total and utter confidence to play for that football club. And there are some players on that pitch and some players on the bench who I think can still do a good job for Manchester United. I don't believe it's a case of get rid of them all. I think there's some talent in there. I believe that. And this idea that they don't care, I'll repeat what I've said many, many times again, never ever think that of football players, right? No, if you said to a Manchester United player this morning, just ask the logical question, that is someone's 22, 23-year-old son that played out there in a red shirt last night, or 25-year-old son. Right, and ask that question: do they want to be criticised this morning? Do they want to be walking into Old Trafford in front of 75,000 on Sunday? And that is a hell of a game they've got to go and play on Sunday, by the way. And do they want to be actually walking out there as losers with a runners-up medal behind them? Do they want to lose football matches? Do they want to be criticised on social media? The answer is no. They do care, and they do they've worked thousands of hours to get to this position of playing for the club, but the club is eating them alive. The club is eating them alive. It's too big for them. And someone's got to get a grip of that club. And I think it has to be the manager. Ruben, you've got to get a grip of that club. And he's so young as well, but he's got to have support from above him to really do. You know, Mikel Arteta's done the.
You're on mute.
Oh,
You're
turn on
muted.
your microphone again.
You're muted.
The microphone. We're not hearing you. No.
No. Can't hear you, bro. No.
Live YouTube, guys and girls. Just the way it is. No, I can't hear you.
Still no.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Perfect. Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, big up. So he's basically now, he's waffling and he's like, oh, the players are good enough. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He magically is like, oh, the coach, he can sort it out. Amorim is the first team coach. The owners, the football structure, those, you see how he doesn't mention them? He's asking a first team coach to sort out the whole club. How? How? He's not the owner. Amorim's not the fucking owner. He's not a director of football. He's not the board member. He's not Jim the Rat Glazer. He's not Joe fucking Glazer. So how is he going to fucking sort it out? He's not his mess to sort out. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But let me carry on.
Great job at Arsenal. He really has. From day one, he imprinted his standards on the club. He put the coaching systems in place. There's been progression all the way through, and he's got 5 years now under his belt, 6 years under his belt.
Can I just repeat that? Are you comparing Arsenal? Arsenal, the Kroenkes started spending money. They got Edu. They started to back Arteta. They gave him everything, the coaches, the physios. They got rid of the doctors. They got everything that they wanted. What are you comparing it? Manchester United is a fucking cesspit. What are you waffling about? How can he compare United to Arsenal? It's not, he can't compare. We have the worst owners in the history of world football. The fucking worst. When Arsenal fans started protesting and wanted the Kroenkes out, the Kroenke's son came to London, Jarvis. I don't know if you guys know that. Took control of the football club.
It's his son, yeah.
Yeah. So what's Gary waffling? Gary thinks miraculously Arteta fixed everything. Look at this waffle. He knows this is not true, but he won't say the words. Jim Ratcliffe, who further compounded the fucking football club into disarray. He won't say it because it's in bed with him.
Ruben Amorim needs to look at next season how he gets into the top six, how he basically wipes half that squad out, how he transforms it into a dynamic team that plays exciting football from the rigid stuff that we're currently watching him in served up, and needs to think about which players in that dressing room can do a job for him. Because if the players are starting to question their own belonging in that dressing room, you've got a huge problem.
Have you also got a problem that without any European football and finishing 16th or 17th in the table, the likes of Matheus Cunha, who apparently from Wolves has already started to get the wheels in motion on a deal, might look at that now after last night and not fancy it? And if you can't get a Matheus Cunha, you're going to struggle this summer with that £100 million that you said is possibly what he's going to have to play with to get any players to. Because that's why this Europa League final was so big, right? It was like the beginning of the new rebuild, or it was taking the biggest step backwards. How does he drive the bus through it, Gary? How does he rebuild this with £100 million? That's nothing.
A lot slower than he would have had if he had Champions League football, I suspect. I think what Champions League football would have given Manchester United was a little bit of a false start. if you know what I mean, in the sense
Yeah.
that they would have, to be fair, got a leg
Yeah.
up where they probably
Yeah.
don't deserve it, but they do deserve it because they would have won the trophy. And so they would have had extra money to be able to put into the team, and that Ruben Amorim would have had a bit more money than the 100 million. But on the 100 million, I do question how much they have to raise to give him that 100 million.
Yeah.
It's important to say that. However, next season, they're going to have to start at a lower expectation level. We're now talking about probably, I don't know how many years.
Yeah. How many years is it setting back last night?
I'm standing in one of the most historic buildings in Manchester.
Yeah. Top 6 sounds delusional in
I know it's
in
not
my
good.
ears.
When the owner sits on your show and tells you that they're running out of money, and you look at the debt and you look at the payments and you look at the accounts, it's not rosy. It's not rosy.
Why,
It's not in a
Gary?
great position. And that means that the club are going to have to stabilise. They're currently going still through a process of
Here he comes. So let me just take this bit back. Let me take it back like I listened to it.
Yeah. How many years is it setting back last night?
Watch this.
football would have given Manchester United was a little bit of a false start, if you know what I mean, in the sense
Yeah.
that they would have, to be fair, got a leg
Yeah.
up where they probably
Yeah.
don't deserve it, but they do deserve it because they would have won the trophy. And so they would have had extra money to be able to put into the team, and that Ruben Amorim would have had a bit more money than the 100 million. But on the 100 million, I do question how much they have to raise to give him that 100 million.
Yeah.
It's important to say that. However, next season, they're going to have to start at a lower expectation level. We're now talking about probably, I don't know how many years.
Yeah. How many years is it setting back last night?
I hate to think. I don't know how bad the finances are in the club. I know it's not good. When the owner sits on your show and tells you that they're running out of money, and you look at the debt and you look at the payments and you look at the accounts, it's not rosy. It's not rosy. It's not in a great position. And that means that the club are going to have to stabilise. They're currently going still through a process of obviously letting go another 200 members of staff, which is a horrible time for everybody at the club. So they're still cutting millions and millions of pounds out of the budgets for next season. And you hope this is the low point. That's the thing that I was thinking last night, sat there, I was thinking, maybe this is what the club needed. Maybe this was the low point, the absolute low, where maybe it just needs an absolute overhaul in respect of what's going to happen and how we're going to. Maybe it is a mid-table position next season that's realistic. Maybe it is sort of 9th, 10th, between that 8th and 10th. You know, are we going to be better next season than Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal, Villa, Newcastle, Brighton? Are we going to be better than those teams next season? I'm not sure. Now, not being in Europe will mean we can focus on the league and we can have better preparation for league matches. That's a positive. So that can sometimes give you a little bit of a little bit of a bonus, an unwanted bonus, obviously. But, next season, if they got anywhere near top 6, I would say it would be an absolute great performance. I can't even think about winning the Premier League title at this point in time. We're nowhere near it. And I know it'll happen again one day. And I say that with great comfort. It might be 10 years. It might be 15 years. I don't care. We'll still be here. You know what I mean? It happened for 26 years previously. So there's no point. Manchester United fans aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're massively loyal towards the club, massively loyal towards the players.
Get the fuck out of here with that fucking talk. You prick! Bootlicker! You hear what he's saying? Do you think I was making lies about it? Look how he doesn't want to talk about why. Ineos you're in bed with cost the club 40 fucking million in 1 year, maybe even more. And they're now sacking almost 500 people. Over 500 people with the new redundancies, physios, masseurs. What the fuck are you talking about, Gary?
Massively loyal towards the manager, and they'll support them forevermore. So we're not going anywhere. However, it's going to be a long, hard road, this one.
Did you hear that waffle? Did you guys hear that waffle?
Yeah.
He's saying we have to accept it. Or am I misunderstanding? Please, I beg you guys, tell me that I'm wrong. Somebody disagree with me.
Well, I don't think it's wrong when you say we have to lower our expectations for next season because we are at that stage. So in a way, I agree with what you say when it comes to that point. But he's not pointing out the problem. And he don't offer any solutions other than we have to be loyal fans and wait another 26 years. And we have to count on the supporters being loyal forevermore. And for me, I don't think that's the attitude you have in this stage we're at. But yeah, it will be tough to get into top six. You know, we have Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Chelsea, and Villa, and even Spurs now qualified for the Champions League. They will strengthen the team even more. And you have the Forest, Brighton, Brentford type of teams, even Fulham, Bournemouth. I don't see us maybe even competing with those in that bracket. So in best case scenario, I think we will probably be between 10th and 15th next season, especially without any money. And if we sell Garnacho, if we sell Bruno, Garnacho, he gave us 10 goals, 11 assists last season. I don't know how many goals and assists Bruno gave us, but how are we supposed to replace those two guys? And we know we struggle by scoring goals. So, you know, we got to be realistic. Next season will be probably, and also you said we are at the low point. We don't know that. We don't know that. It can always get worse. That's the thing. It can always get worse.
The decline has been there for the past 13 years.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he on about low point? Here's something that we don't know, Gary. You want to inform us, tell us the truth from your boy, bootlicking Jim Glazer.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I think after watching that interview there from Gary Neville, like it just goes to show if we did beat Spurs.
Not one criticism of Jim the Rat. Not one. Not one about how much they sacked Erik ten Hag, how much they had to pay him and his staff, over 15 million. Then they spent 12 million on, remember that, over 12 million to bring, 12, I think it was 12 million
Ashworth.
for Amorim, another about 3 million to bring his coaching staff, and then to sack Ashworth, they could have cost about 7 or 8 million. To hire him, then sack him.
Yeah.
They paid what? How much they pay? 5 million or something like that. How many
Yeah.
million did they pay to Newcastle?
Like 7.5, I think. Oh, sorry. Wait, how much they paid in Newcastle? I think it was 10 million. 10 million, I think it was. To release him from Newcastle. It's embarrassing, bro.
And by the way, Dan Ashworth, he was sacked because he raised valid concerns about appointing Amorim. You know,
Yes.
mainly because we didn't have the budget to back such a drastic shift tactically mid-season.
100%.
We don't have money. You know, and the PR move from the club was he wanted Southgate. We don't know that. We don't know that. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he said, what did he say? It was chemistry. Chemistry. That's the reason. So we all
Like
know
he
he
took him
didn't.
out on
He
the
wasn't
day,
a
like
yes
I
man.
fancied him. Like
He wasn't on
fancied
board with the Amorim stuff, and we sacked him for it. So, you know, another incompetent move from Ineos, and we trust them to move us upwards. This is the low point. I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's, you know, I can't believe, you know, he's actually said, is this the lowest point of the club? Like, it's been the lowest point. It's got worse ever since day one, since the Glazers took over the fucking club. Like, what is Gary fucking waffling about, bro? Like, honestly, see, after that interview, bro, like, can you imagine if United beat Spurs in the final? He'd be like so positive going into next season. Says, "Look, we've won the trophy. It's been a bad season. We've won the trophy. I trust Ineos." Like, he'll be coming in this bootlicker shit, bro. I'm just so happy. Like, you know, now I'm thinking about it, that we actually did lose the Spurs because we needed it. We actually needed it to look at the bigger picture. Like, you could even tell in his tone of his voice, like you know, it's in the back of his like, you know, of his throat. Like he wants to like spit it out, but he can't because Jim's paying him, you know, these fucking apartments. Like, here, Gary, you don't speak, but you don't speak bad about me, or else you don't get those apartments. Like, you know, it's just he's the more I see Gary Neville, he's just a fucking comedian at this rate, mate. He's a fucking disgrace. Disgrace.
I like this point from Melissa Smith. She said Amorim said he will not change. So if we have a bad transfer window, we are going to battle into battle relegation next season.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
he will keep on doing his style. He won't change. So it's a good point there, Melissa.
And I think it is vital as well. Next season that we aren't in Europe. Like, you know, I think Gary Neville did hit a good point. You know, it is good that we're playing one game, you know, a week. You know, for that we can actually focus on the league a lot more, because the league is the bread and butter. And it's embarrassing what Ruben's done to the league, really. You know, but he's not the big issue right now.
Yeah, but it's not Ruben, it's the players, you know, and we knew
Oh,
that the players were
100%.
useless. So
100%.
Ruben is a good manager. It's not about him, but he is young, he's inexperienced, and, you know, he came into the league, and we know what he has to work with, the tools of this squad. You know, it's terrible. But this was my point why I wanted to keep Ten Hag for the rest of the season, because we just had to run it through the simulation and then start over. So, but we are where we are at the moment, and I don't think Amorim will do well next season. I have to be honest. I think the task will be too big. It will demand too many transfers, too much changes, and I don't believe he will be backed, especially right now. We are talking about players on the last. We are narrowing in our field of players we can choose from. That's what Ineos are saying right now. They are saying we are players on the last year of the contract of free transfers. So we're not even buying from the big pool. We from a really small puddle. That's where we are looking for players. And those players are going to magically bring the Amorim system into work.
Exactly.
I think the task will be too difficult. I'm not Amorim out. Don't try to twist my words. I will support the manager fully. But we have to be realistic when we look at it. You're on mute.
You're on mute, bro.
Listen, first of all, big up to Simon Gabawanski. I can't say that surname. Grabwanski, yeah.
Grabowski.
Yeah, Gabawanski. I can't say it. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, bro.
Yeah, so am I.
Grabowski. Yeah.
Gabonski,
Simon.
yeah.
Say Simon. Simon.
United Real Therapy. Real Madrid employ 3,517 employees.
Wow.
And apparently we had a bloated workforce. That's the propaganda from the fucking football club. And majority of the bootlickers lick that up and the sheep go, meh. That's where we are. That's where we are. Liverpool, by the way, I think over 1,000. Over 1,000.
1,500. 1,500.
I don't know. I think last I heard maybe 1,300 people they employ. We employed, I think it was just over 1,000, maybe. I think it was 1,200 we employed. But yeah, but these will tell you. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think like Jarvis, I you know, for me, you know, Amorim is basically the icing on the cake. And what I mean by that is he's the least of our worries. I know a lot of people are gonna be like hitting what I've just said there, like the icing on the cake. I think focus on the bigger picture was Ineos. They're the biggest issue. Then you've got the players, like as you said, Jarvis, like before Ten Hag was sacked, I immediately came on to you and said, look here, Jarvis, it's the players issue. Like, I don't believe it's all down to Ten Hag. We would see the exact same situation with, you know, whichever coach we go down with, and now we're seeing with Amorim. I generally do believe if we had a new set of players, I'd still would be on the same situation. Just focus on the bigger issue and then go for talk about Amorim. But yeah, I'm still Amorim out right now. I'm not Amorim in or Amorim right. I just don't know, man. I just want these vultures gone, man. I just want them gone. I sent this to you, Nurden. This is the protest for AC Milan. This is outside the stadium, and then they emptied the stadium after 40 minutes of the game. And yeah.
Do anyone speak Italian in the chat? Can you please translate what's written on that banner? Cardinale Fiorellani Scaroni Ibra.
Yeah,
Something.
big up. Yeah,
Ibrate.
big up to Ben. Let's go. Let's watch it. Let's play it. This is their outside. This is where they're at. And today they empty the stadium. So big up to Banks. AC Milan fan protest against Ibrahimovic, Fulani, Scorononi.
Okay, yeah, it's the name of the owners.
They could never lead these failures, just like these members, volunteers, and Radcliffe.
Hmm.
Yeah, and people are saying we should be doing that.
Yep. Shame on the 1958. Shame on them.
Well, that's what I'm going to ask tomorrow. What's going on? It's something that we don't know. Tell us something that we don't know. Is there something that you know that we don't know?
Yeah,
because they're not saying, like, they're not coming out. They're just talking about the Glazers. They're not really coming out against Jim. Why are you not saying it? Why are you not saying it? That's the thing that gets me. People, we're not even on 200 likes on the stream, and we've been live for nearly one and a half hours, and there's still 400 of you in here. Smash a like; it costs you absolutely nothing. We're shadow banned. That's why we double down with a flag, with Palestine, with one of the legends of Palestine, and then we've got the book for you there. You know what I mean? We got the book for you there, people. So smash the like, smash the fucking likes, people. Smash the likes. It costs you absolutely nothing. And subscribe to the channel. But yeah, what are you expecting about the game? Are you interested in the game tomorrow at all, people?
Do you want to go, Jarvis, or do you want?
Yeah, I just want to read out this from Retro. This was the banner, Nordin. It's this one. Whatever you may do, a team or youth, we believe you will not succeed. Free AC Milan from the haram or harm.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Retro, yeah.
We got Retro.
Thanks. So, I'm not very interested about the game tomorrow. We will most likely lose. I don't see us doing anything. I'm more interested in seeing how the fans react to the players. I think the players should hang their head in shame after the performance against Spurs in Bilbao. That was terrible. And even Amorim, people say he's overconfident in his ways. He's young, but I think now it's time for reflection. I think he needs to learn. He needs to adapt to the Premier League. I don't want him to change his ways, but he needs to be more humble. I think a lot of players struggle a little bit about that. He's young. When you talk to players like Casemiro or other serial winners, maybe you should be more open and listen a little bit. But it is what it is. But I don't want player power. I'm not saying the players should decide. But he's young, and I think someone mentioned on another show a couple of weeks ago that maybe one of the most important signings for the summer will be a assistant coach, assistant manager with Premier League experience that will guide and help Amorim through next season. I would like us to sign someone with a little bit more experience, because I think he's struggling a lot. He doesn't know the league at all, and he even said that he didn't understand the level of the relegation teams and the lower league teams, that how good they actually were.
Yeah, Bruno let it out. Bruno said said he was shocked that how good Ipswich were, how the level of intensity that they played with. Yeah,
it's just he just vacates the midfield all the time, man. Like you never will be successful a successful coach in the Premier League, especially if you play through the width. You never will. And honestly, man, like I think we just got. This is why I didn't really want Amorim. Like he wasn't even my top 5 or top 3 or anything because he vacates the midfield, and I want a coach who plays through the midfield.
It's not as
Like
bad as Ten Hag, but
no,
you know,
it's not. No,
you
it's
need
not.
to have
It's
a
not.
strong spine centrally.
Facts. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. I agree. I
In
actually
the
agree with
Premier
you.
League, in English game, you need strong midfield drivers because that's where the battle is.
100%.
You have
But
to
we
win.
saw at the end of last season, Noradin, when Ten Hag reverted to the box midfield, starting to play a little bit mid-block deeper, how solid we looked. Last 3
100%.
games of the season and the FA Cup final. So we know the recipe, how to become a better team. But now we're playing with two midfielders, and we know we are looking for central midfielders. But knowing Amorim and under his time and in Sporting, you know, we played with one destroyer. It was Hjulman, it was Ugarte or Palinha, and then one progressor, ball carrier like Mateus Nunes. So we have one going side to side and one going up and down or in circles and roaming the area around. But I think it will be a little bit too weak when it comes to the Premier League because most of the teams, even look at Liverpool, how they set up. They have even 3, 4, maybe 5 central players. Everybody inverts centrally all the time. It's
So
about
good.
getting that spine going. So,
Newcastle's like that's when I seen like how I started loving like
mm.
the system really was just like how Newcastle play through that midfield is just next level. Like, you know, I just hope like with Bruno Fernandes's case, I think I just generally do hope that's the last player we sign in terms of like because the likes of like for example like a Madison, like he's like a similar player profile to Bruno Fernandes. I'm just sick and tired of buying number 10s. I would rather have a 6 and an 8 that can both play like similar positions. You know, you look at Newcastle's midfield, like you got Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, and Tonali. They could both do all 2 roles, the defensive attributes and the attacking attributes.
Don't forget Longstaff.
Yeah, on him. And like I keep bringing this up every fucking time, not only just on like the panel here, but on social media. I just want us to go back to 3 in midfield instead of 2 and then have a number 10. I don't want that. I just don't want it anymore, man. And I think, you know, this is why De Zerbi was such a success at Brighton. He was such like, you know, with João Pedro in the midfield, man, like he played deep, you know, played with Baleba and Caicedo, like, you know, and even what do you call Malik McAllister. You know, this is why he was such a success. Well, people would say he wasn't a success because he finished like 8th or 9th in one season, but his football was phenomenal. It's just football was phenomenal, and this is the exact same with Xavi too at Barcelona. This is why I think United should try and, if we do sack Amorim, go in for Xavi, because the one thing Xavi always does is when we're coming out of the first phase in the defense, he plays through the midfield, never goes anywhere near the fucking width. For us in Amorim, as soon as we play it from the back, okay, we'll go for the wing backs. We don't go anywhere near the 10s, and that's the biggest issue with Amorim. If he
Yeah, but
played
no,
through the
that's
10s,
not Amorim's style. You have to remember
yeah,
when he
I
played at
know.
Sporting, he was
Yeah.
playing in between, up and down, zigzag, and then one of the centre backs chop the balls, go inside, and play against the press, the direction the press comes from. But we don't have the ability of the players.
I know.
That's just one. So in Amorim's defense, he wants to try to play it centrally, but he can't do it. These players can't do it. So the out is always the wing back, and then we're trapped because now press play has evolved. It's not about they just wait until the trigger comes and then they go and close up one side. That's the trap.
Yeah.
They've been doing that. Big up. Is it just me? 43 says, does anyone believe Gary Neville is doing keep your friends close, your enemies closer? No. It's about the apartments, mate. Look up Gary Neville's businesses in Manchester, then you will understand. But big up to you though, bro. I know you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Mods, we're not even on 200 likes here. Can you imagine? We're 1 hour 40 minutes, and we're not even any. You know what I mean? We don't even have that.
185. So 15 more of you guys. Smash the like if you haven't. Give us
300 likes, really. But let's see if we can do 300 likes, people. So tomorrow, for me, I think AC Milan are doing it. I think they're showing us the way. Tomorrow, I'm going to the protest to literally ask one of the 1958. Go and ask them and say, guys, what's going on? Why is there no gym out? I know the fans were singing just like the Glazers. You're taking the piss, you know what I mean? Just like the Glazers, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, why is not more coming up about his incompetence in what he's doing to the football club?
Facts.
Yeah.
And I will watch the game tomorrow, but I don't care how we play or what the result is. All I'm interested is the final whistle. Will there be boos or will it be claps? If there's fucking claps, because normally at the end of the season, the announcer, the Old Trafford announcer, he usually hands the microphone to Amorim, and he speaks on the season.
That's happening. Yeah, that's happening.
If the fans clap, shame on every single one of them. Every single one of them. Shame on them. Because none of them deserve shit.
No.
It's embarrassing, man.
Question for you guys: when it comes to the project we're in now with Amorim and next season, I don't think he has a lot of leeway from fans. And if we start losing next season after spending, let's say we sell our best players, get 150 million in for sales, and then spend extra 100 million, so 250 into this Amorim project, buying 5 players. Selling all our wingers, the only winger we will have left is Ahmad. If it all goes wrong, what do we do? Because sacking Amorim mid-season, no wingers, a lot of wing backs. How are we going to solve this?
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. We've got a manager who specifically plays in a specific way and wants a specific player profiles to play the football. Do you remember anybody else that we did that our last two? Ten Hag? He might have won 2 cups, but to me, he failed. The football was shit. Let's be real. The football was abysmal. And it failed. Big old on Singer, Kandelin, Fulani, Skroni, Removic. I say that all go away from free Milan from this agony. Where the first team is our future. With you leading, I'm sure it's a failure.
It's a sure failure. Yeah.
Big up.
Big up. The only Italian I speak is gelato, buongiorno.
I just say ciao. That's all I know.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Yeah.
Or Peroni.
Nah, it's definitely gonna be a rugby, like dark vision down the next season for Man United, and I'm so ready for it, man. Like I've suffered so much. I've suffered for the past 13 fucking years of this club when Glazers took over, and the more suffering we're gonna take, the more there will be light at the end of the tunnel in terms of, obviously it will hit their pockets majorly, like massively, because they can't cope this anymore, because we're going to lose sponsorship deals. Haven't got European football. They're losing a lot more money in the New York Stock Exchange. It's eventually it will come down. It will.
We already lost 10 million by the Adidas deal, not qualifying for Europe next season. So the money is pouring out. And but my question was actually, do you think the board now with Ineos and the Glazers are willing to back Amorim through fire? Because we know how the pressure will it's a pressure boiler when it comes to the fans. We will have no patience with Amorim if he starts losing and we are 18th at Christmas. People will be furious. Are they willing to back him through the fire?
No,
because
Jarvis, for him to get a proper back, they need at least 8 players. He needs 2 proper wingers to play the wing backs. He needs, I think, 2 number 10s. He needs 2 centre halves that can play this system, that can bring the ball out. 2 strikers.
Goalkeeper.
And a goalkeeper.
Yep.
Where's that? That's gonna, Jarvis, on an average transfer, that is gonna cost you, Jarvis. Yeah, that's gonna cost you, right? That's gonna cost you. What's that gonna cost you, Jarvis? That's going to cost
450 million, I reckon.
at least people of quality drivers. You're looking at 600. You're looking at 600 drivers. People of quality. You're looking at 600.
But
600
Let's say 50 million. 50 million times 8. That's 400 million. So
but we're
8
not going
players.
to get
That's
players with
400
50
million.
million each drivers. We're not going to get 50 million exactly direct each for these players. There are some Manchester United need proper players who are also on their second contract, not their first contract drivers, on their second contract. So the age of 24, 25, do you know what I mean? That age, 24, 25, they play 3 years in first team football. They have put things on the boot.
Don't forget the latest strategy. Players on their last year of the contract or free transfers. So
what does that fucking mean?
we are just signing. We are looking. That's the new transfer strategy. They said so yesterday.
Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's, see, for instance, like there's more links there to with that Atalanta midfielder once again, Ederson. I don't
You
generally.
want to come. I mean,
I
looking at Manchester United, would you ever want to come back? Would you ever want to come?
I don't even like Ederson. I think we're getting the wrong profile. What we need for just in general for the midfield.
But this is a new strategy. And we want young players on the first and second contract with resale value. And this is what we are. What are we doing? Makes no sense.
Yeah, this is embarrassing, man. Might get another Johnny Evans sign us again.
It sounds a little bit delusional in my
Christian Eriksen. Oh, embarrassing, man. It's gonna be ropey. It's gonna be ropey times.
People, we finally got to 200 likes. Can we get to 300 likes? We've got over 380 people watching.
People.
The least you could do is like the video. People are saying here, Cunha, Matoma, and Mateta. They'll score goals. Yeah, Umbermo, sorry, Umbermo. Yeah, Umbermo and Mateta.
He is quality. Love Umbermo so much, man. I'd take him over Cherky. I think he's absolutely quality. Umbermo.
Yeah, he's Premier League proven. He's physical. I like that. And he can run all day.
Yep. That you just hit the spot on. Jarvis's physicality is just second to none. Second to none.
But yeah. I would even take Semenyo from Bournemouth. Yeah, he's the same type of like hard-working player.
Max.
Maybe lacks a little bit end product, but yeah.
He's a machine, Jarvis. He'll work his socks also. He will.
Big up Windy. Windy asked Nuruddin, did Neville speak out against the Glazers? No, he doesn't do that anymore. He was waffling about Manchester United accepting, from what we watched, what I showed, the clip. He was saying that if we don't win the league in the next 10 to 15 years, 20 years, you have to accept it. We'll be here and all this bullshit. Your apartments will be fucking there. Fuck off. But Jarvis, if an experienced Premier League assistant comes and tells him the system won't work, will he listen? Will he change?
That's why I love when they always asking critical questions, and great question. That's a great question. I don't know if he'll listen, but he's young and he should be open to learn. You have to be able to adapt. That's just the way it is. And we all know that the Portuguese league is not the same as the Premier League, so we have to change something. Even Pep Guardiola had to change his style when it came to the Premier League. After managing Bayern Munich and Barcelona for years and won Champions Leagues and everything. So why the fuck do Amorim thinks that he don't have to change when it comes to the Premier League? It's delusional. That's a delusional thinking.
He did mention in today's press conference, though, if I'm not, I might be wrong, completely wrong about this. He did mention though that he does see, obviously all the, the journalists, all the United players that criticize the system and stuff. Like I think he did say in his conference that he says I want to do it my way, but in this preseason he says he might adapt a few wee bits and bobs in the system, which I don't know whether that would be a positive thing, or it could be worse. It could be worse, but I don't know, man. Like I mean, he's been honest. One thing I can never fault Amorim is he's a very honest man. I don't think he does well, except for him hiding from the fact that Glazers and stuff. But
I don't know. I don't know if you saw Fabrizio tonight. Fabrizio's like, Ruben didn't mean to say he wanted to what. He was like, he wants to fight United with. I swear to God, he couldn't look it up. Did you see what Fabrizio said, Chavez?
Yep.
No.
Tweeted it.
It's the most laughable fucking quote ever. Let me see if I can find it. Fabrizio Romano basically said that Ruben didn't say he would quit. You know when he said he would quit and work away, he doesn't want any money. He basically said, oh God, where is it? Please let me find it. Sheikh Arian, can you post it again, please? Can you post it again? What he said, the quote from, if you can, please, I beg you, Sheikh Arian. Post it again. I beg you. But
oh, cool.
Go ahead. He basically said, Amorim didn't mean to say he would quit. He said it's not about the money. He'd rather bring Manchester United back to the top because of passion.
Okay.
What are you talking about? We heard what he said. We heard him loud and clear. That he said, no, I'm going to walk away. He basically offered his resignation to the board and said, if they want me out, I'm happy to go. And I don't want them to pay me. And then...
yeah. And there was another comment coming out from Amorim. I think it was from the interview today. This one, Ruben Amorim asked if he regrets joining Man United, and he said, "In this moment, I'm really glad that I arrived 6 months before we started the new season. We avoided a lot of mistakes that would have happened next season. So we have avoided a lot of suffering."
We're 16th, Amorim. We're fucking 16th. What are you talking about? Mistakes. We're fucking 16th, mate.
We got to give him something can be lost in translation. I know how hard it is to be precise in your speech when you're not English, but
I'm sorry, Jarvis. I'm sorry. Like, there are certain things that are not lost in translation. His English is really good. Your English is good. Maybe the way he expresses it, but I'm sorry. Yeah.
But it made me think, we have avoided a lot of suffering. Sounds really strange.
All right.
Because I think we have suffered enough this season.
Like the relegation. Maybe he wanted relegation. Maybe Ruben's with me. Because if Ruben is here to help us, I'm just looking. Let me just see what he's saying. Ruben Amorim. I'm just looking for that quote from. Let me just go to it. Let's see what he's talking about. So let me just go. Did Real Madrid win a trophy?
Real Madrid?
Did they win a trophy this season?
Don't think so. Might be wrong. Hang on.
I'm just seeing a lot of Real Madrid. Ruben Amorim. Oh God, where is it? Oh, where is it? I need to find this fucking quote, man.
Yeah, see if you can find it. Sheikh Arian put out. Is it this one?
Yeah. He was not saying he wanted to leave. He was saying he wanted to rebuild Manchester United out of passion and not by how much money. That's a waffle. He said, if they want me to go, fans want me to go. It's the coach, no, the fans. He said, the coach, if the board wants me to go, the owners want me to go, I'm going to go. They don't have to pay me. So that's a waffle. Come on now. We heard what he said. There was nothing lost in translation. That's why Gary Neville was like, don't go. Don't offer yourself up. Don't offer yourself up. Everybody could understand that. We heard it.
Yeah.
Okay. Skander Kurumi. If Jarvis is Iraola or Frank was our manager doing the same as Amorim results wise, would you still back them? Well, it depends, and I'm a little bit like Noradin. I need to see something to back. But after a while, half a season, if it still continues losing, you have to stop somewhere. That's the thing. And it's not only because of the manager; it's about the ability of, the players have to have the belief of their leader to perform. And if they lose faith in the manager, there's no way back. When they lose the dressing room, and we know how it is. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about Amorim at the moment, because I think a lot of the players are starting to lose faith in him. And can they? How do you reset your mind? If you don't believe in the leader saying, okay, you have to run like this, and you do that, and you don't succeed. Why do you continue running like this? If the manager tells you, and every instinct in your body and mind tells you not to do it differently. So that, I think that's the dilemma. But yeah, it's a good question. But also, I believe in longevity, but I have to see something. I have to see some changes. Nordin, there was also a question here. It's for the panels from Lewis Stevenson. He said the question to the panel: what are your thoughts on Ten Hag to Bayer Leverkusen?
I'll go quickly. I think. I mean,
What was the question? Sorry, go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah. I started. This is the last question. No, it's here. Lewis Stevenson. Thoughts on Ten Hag?
He was always going to manage in Germany. He was always going to manage in Germany. Always. It was always. Before he came to United, he was linked with so many German jobs. So, for me, I wish him luck. Nothing but luck. Good luck to him. I hope he works.
I think he'll do well.
Young guy.
Yeah, I think Leverkusen is a decent club for him to manage. They're in Champions League. I think he will do well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the players are left. The best player is leaving to go into Liverpool. The best wing back, the best wing back is going to Liverpool. So yeah, it is what it is.
The only thing I can see, Alonso played with the back three line, the 3-5-2 formation, and Ten Hag, he will go back to his 4-2-4-3-2-1. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I think
yeah. Go.
I think
go on,
I think he'll do well. I think obviously the Bundesliga. You get. I think it's similar to the Serie A. I think you'll get a lot of time on the ball, and obviously it didn't really quite work for Ten Hag at United because you never get time on the ball at all in the Premier League. So I do think he'll do well. I don't think he'll do as well as what Xabi Alonso did, but he will be up there in probably the top 5 or top 4 for Leverkusen. I just want to give a big shout out to Stuttgart tonight. They won a final against I can't think of the name. He's had the manager Sebastian Hoeneß. He's had a very difficult season with Stuttgart. But obviously big up to the Stuttgart fans for much love to all of them.
Bielefeld, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
4-2.
Yeah, they did well. I'm glad they won a trophy, bro, because regardless of his season, I still rate that manager, man. I still think there is a manager in him, Sebastian Hoeneß, but I don't think he's the right person for United because he has shown in the past that I just don't think he would suit United at the moment. But big up to him anyways, and big up to the Stuttgart fans.
Angelo Stiller is a guy I would like to sign from Stuttgart. I think he's a brilliant midfielder.
Yeah, he's a good player. Good player.
And by the way, on the Ten Hag thing, I was on Cass's channel. Cass, Never a Foul. I was on his channel, Cass, earlier tonight, and he said if Ten Hag goes to Bayer Leverkusen, Ten Hag should immediately sign Mason Mount and a couple of his other ex-players, Onana, just to help us out. So I think that was a good point. Maybe we could get rid of some of them. if Ten Hag
Yeah.
really rates them.
Yeah. Come on, grab your rubbish, man. Come on, take your rubbish. Yeah.
I just want to just very quickly as well big up the Sunderland. Sunderland,
Yeah,
I'm glad.
Sunderland
I'm glad Sunderland won today, bro. I think that they've been so unlucky in these past few seasons, you know, not getting in the Premier League, but they worked hard. I thought Sheffield were the better side, but you know, if you defend well, bro, you win matches. And yeah, beautiful second goal, bro. Beautiful, unbelievable second goal, outstanding.
Yeah. Congratulations to them. And congratulations to women's Arsenal team for beating Barcelona in the Champions League final. Barcelona, well, both are Zionist football clubs, so. But big up to Napoli. Napoli fans with a Palestinian flag celebrating their win.
Bro.
The league win yesterday. Yeah, congratulations to Sunderland. People, we've been live for 2 hours. Luani, are you there?
Big up Luani.
Looks like he always comes for the last 5 minutes of the show and we can't hear him, so I'll have to remove him. Big up, take care, brother. Next time, I know you're working. You need to concentrate on the road. Take it easy, brother. We don't want to be responsible for any craziness. Yeah. People, you're going to do me a favor. I need you to go to this channel. I need to go and subscribe to Tactical Devils. I need you to go there and subscribe to that bloody channel ASAP. Please do it, people. Do it for me. Go on. We need to get them. We need to get Jarvis. We need to get that channel monetized. They have 260 subscribers short. So go there and subscribe to the channel.
259 as we speak. So guys, do me a favor, go to the Tactical Devils, subscribe. If you're into tactics, it's usually me and Stu Wally doing the shows. Nordin is coming on as often as he can. Boombaye is there. Cass is somewhere, sometimes there. We have a lot of people. Peter Alien Tenno's been on a couple of times. So yeah, it's good times, but we talk mainly about tactics and systems, managers, not as much political stuff, but you know, it is what it is. It's a narrow channel, but you know, and we only do like 3 to 4 shows a week. So I won't post a video every day. You know, usually after games we do a full breakdown with videos, clips, and yeah, we talk about every episode that's interesting. So yeah, go subscribe.
Big up, bro.
Costs you absolutely nothing, people. If you want an in-depth breakdown of the football games, go and do it. Asif is here.
Shikarian.
Asif has come in for the last 2 seconds. Asif, you've been out. Have you had a good night?
Yeah, you guessed right, mate. I've been out. I went for dinner and then I went out to chill for a bit. I've just come home now.
Big up, bro. Big
to
up.
you,
Big up.
I'm eating dark chocolate and drinking almond milk.
See, what do you always say, Asif? Life's a balance, yeah?
You got to have a balance in life. Work smart.
That's his catchphrase.
It's important. Never let anything consume you. Never let one thing consume you, even if it's a good thing or bad thing. Always have a balance. Have variety in your life.
Bro, big up.
Yeah.
There you go.
What have you been
What
discussing?
food did you have? What food did you have? Oh, yeah, we had a video. You need to watch the show back. We broke down Gary Neville basically waffling and covering up. Gary Neville saying we need to accept that we might not win the league next 10, 15, 20 years. Yes.
20 years ago. Had it been nearly that long? Why do we need to accept it?
Basically, because he's saying the club finances are abysmal. So
when Leicester won the title, did they expect that? When Nottingham Forest have finished where they did this season, did they expect that? Things happen in football. You got to believe it. All starts with mentality. You can't have a player saying expect not to win this, so everyone's already subconsciously thinking, you know what? we're not going to win. So next season, we don't need to give 100% every training, every game, every minute. Do you know what I mean? It's a mentality. Football isn't all world-class players on the pitch. If it was, the Galacticos would have won everything, but they didn't. They had Ronaldo, Zidane, Figo, Beckham, Carlos, everyone, and they didn't win because they couldn't gel. But sometimes it takes hardworking players, world-class players, and it's all about mentality. Mentality is what gets you through. So if you're going into a season making excuses, or we haven't got signings, or the board are a mess, or they're already saying we're not going to win the title, so we really don't need to bother. That's bullshit, man. Players are meant to go in and try and win every single game, regardless of. Do you know what I mean? It's nonsense. They haven't got the right mentality, and then it doesn't help with players from outside, legends of the club, saying expect this, expect that. Why? Go into every game trying to win, and then we'll figure out why we're not winning and what's happening. Don't just already, have a defeatist attitude.
Well, I don't know if you know, Asif, but he's got real estate company, building companies, and he owns a real estate, and he's part of the regeneration around Old Trafford. So he's never going to come out and criticize. He was, he's Jim Glazer's boy. So that's why he's saying he's trying to get the fans to accept the mediocrity and accept mediocrity.
But another thing, this is not even. Why are they talking about league titles anyway? Look where we are. It's a shambles like this.
He's preparing the fans, he's conditioning the fans to accept the mediocre, basically telling us this is what's going to happen.
No, I think the fans would have been happy this season if we would have put some effort in and finished at least 5th or something and got UCL shown something.
Yes,
the fans are.
As if he contradicted himself, he said United should go for top 6, and then he was like, "Well, he got no money to back him, and then it might be top 8, 9, 10." It was funny. It was funny what he was doing, trying to justify it. But he's
Where
part
he
of
said
the
this? Is it on video?
Yeah. He watched the show again. We showed it. Yeah, we played the whole video of him talking about it.
Why this guy saying Galacticos won everything? How did they win everything? They didn't win back-to-back league titles or Champions Leagues. Go. What's he on about?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's somebody.
But, I feel like it's all a mess, and it's not helping with the mentality and attitude of people involved in it. Like, it all starts from the top and goes down to the bottom. You've got to have a winner's mentality and go in believing. Like, these players are nowhere where we finished. They're miles higher. I don't care what anyone says. And if you're going to lose in a way where it's competitive and it's hard for the other team. We've been beaten so badly and so easily all season, just teams cutting through us. It's been such a absolute. It's like we've been a relegation. It's like we were the championship team and we've got promoted and we're trying to stay in the Premier League. That's how we've been playing all season.
Yeah. Big up to you,
bro. But I don't like to attack legends of the club that I grew up watching.
No. Fuck him.
I disagree with Gary Neville.
That's the difference between me and you. I respected them when they were on a football pitch. Now they can fuck off and do one. They're all mercenaries. They're all in it for the money and the brand.
I know what you mean, Ruben, but there was a big part of my life growing up, and I used to love it. So I can't. I feel bad.
The only man, the only guy that we respect, the only guy that we love, the only guy that has anything that has that for us to be, excited about. I know that what he stood for. The only guy, guess who it is?
Alex Ferguson.
No.
Cantona.
Yeah. Yep. And it's his birthday today.
He's my favorite player. Him, Beckham, and Beckham, Keane, Schmeichel. They got me into United.
Yeah. So.
I wish I could meet him. I wish I could meet him one. Like people want to meet players and stuff. I've only got a few that I really would. If I met someone, I wouldn't think it was nothing, but I really want to. There's only certain people, celebrities or footballers that I'd want to meet, and he's one of them.
Yeah. Listen, Cantona, I've met him so many times. He used to come into the place where I worked.
Wow.
Yeah. Big up, bro.
Oh, this is FC United. FC United paid an amazing homage to him. This FC United today shared this on their page.
And you know what? He's underrated in the Premier League because he was before social media era and he retired early.
This is it. This is him. It's the welcome that we got when he went to FC United to watch them play. Fun, and there's Eric. Yeah, there he is.
He's always sharing stuff about Palestine.
Exactly.
Always, bro. Always, bro.
Yeah. But anyway, people, we're here. We're done. We're there. We're everywhere. Big up to everybody.
Are we getting 40 points?
No.
No.
I mean, if they turn up tomorrow, that'll be the most hilarious thing ever.
Oh, beef.
That'll be the funniest fucking thing ever.
It's all but the fans tomorrow. It's all but the fans tomorrow.
If I was
would you, if you was manager, would you drop them all and play the youth team?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
No, but I don't think Amorim can do that out of respect for the other clubs. I don't think the FA will like it because Villa is in 6th place and they're only 2 to 3 points behind Newcastle and Chelsea and Manchester City. So, you know, everything is to fight for yet. So I think the other teams, if they lose out on the Premier League, there will be some afterplay when it comes to that. So I think we need to play our strongest team.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I think it's fair, you know, we have to do it. Have to try, at least.
Yeah.
Out of respect for Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester City, not that we have to respect them that much, but, you know.
Yeah.
That's them, man. Our players need a fucking lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, people. But big up to everybody. I just want to wish everybody a good, happy bank holiday. I hope you're enjoying your bank holiday viewing, those in the UK. Big up and love to everybody from joining us from around the world. Big up to our brother Jarvis here. There he is, Tactical Devils. Please go and subscribe. I'll put the link is here. I have started. And the link is...
Yeah, 3 new subscribers already tonight. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the 3 guys or girls who subscribed.
Yeah. So please go and subscribe to that
it.
channel. It costs you absolutely nothing. There it is. You know, it's simple as, people. So subscribe to that channel. It costs you absolutely nothing. And 9 o'clock on Mondays, the best to me YouTube channel. And it's youtube.com/Bowley77. Tactical Devils. There it is. That's where you need to go. Hit that link. Subscribe to Jarvis. Make sure you check out Ben at Elmore. Just take that off for a minute. Elmore39. Make sure on X. Make sure you check out Asif Petchan on if you want your life balance advice. There's there. Into movies as well. So check him out. And big up to Luani, try to join us. Love and light. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Memorial Day. Well, yeah. I mean the US in the last 50 years, the US Army has killed more people than anybody we know in the world. They've killed a lot more civilians and invaded so many countries from Latin America. They want to invade Scandinavia now. They want to invade Greenland because of Trump. Yeah. So if you want to know the truth about the US, Memorial Day, to me, they're the biggest criminals in this world for me. Not the people, not the innocent soldiers, the fucking governments in the last 50 years.
You want to know about America? Just ask the indigenous people.
Exactly. So yeah, love and light, but happy to the people of America. We're not against the people. We're against the fucking industrial military complex and the fucking all the Zionists there, so they can fuck themselves. But yeah, love and light to everybody. Please smash a like. Those of you around the world, hope you enjoy your Sunday. Don't get it twisted. If I was a fan in New Zealand, fan all over, I won't be watching Villa tomorrow. Are you taking the piss? I'm fucking sleeping. Pretty man. Get the fuck out of that. But they don't care. They don't care. Players don't care. They're not asked. But love, light.
The only reason to watch Villa is to scout players for us to buy next season.
With what money?
Good luck tomorrow, anyways, Jordan, on the 1958.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the protest and I'll report back. I'll try to see if I can get better footage from the protest. But yeah, big up Free Palestine, man. Free Palestine. Free Palestine every second of every minute of every day of every week. 365. Free Palestine when you wake up in the morning, when you brush your teeth. when you have your breakfast, when you eat, think about the children that are starving to death. They reckon about 15,000 of them are going to die because they're starving to death. Yeah. So big up and love to them. Love to all those people. Please smash a like on your way out. Free Palestine, free Lebanon, free the Congo, free Sudan. Free the people, free the land, free the people. Solidarity and love to all the indigenous people in all different parts of the world. People who try to look after the land, who try to cultivate, who try to grow food without any chemicals. Solidarity and love to them. Free all the prisoners. Unite Ireland. United fucking Ireland. Fuck Starmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Starmer. Fuck the European Union. Fuck all the Arab leaders, the cowards. Fuck all the Muslim leaders in this world, so-called Muslim leaders. Fucking cowards. Fuck the fucking Zionists in Dubai. Fuck the Zionists in fucking Saudi Arabia. These leaders are all Zionists. Paid, bought. Cowards. Bootlickers. From the Ineos bootlickers to all the mare sheep will be clapping like that tomorrow. That's why I'm not fuck them, I ain't clapping shit. Ain't clapping shit. Let's see if that prick Jim the Rat turns up tomorrow.
Oh,
I promise you, I'll be waiting for him till he leaves, and I'll be telling him myself what I think of him.
What would you say to him, Nuruddin, if you actually got face to face? Honestly, what would you actually say?
United. Get the fuck out of Manchester United. You're a mercenary. You've got season tickets. You've got season tickets at Chelsea. You sponsor fucking Tottenham. Fuck off.
There you go, bro.
That's all I'll be telling him. Peace, love, light. All of you. Like we said, subscribe to Tactical Devils. It's a fantastic channel. It deserves your fucking subscription so they can monetize properly. 257 short of subscribers. 200. That's all you need for them to monetize properly on YouTube. Monday night, 9 o'clock, Java's Corner. Check it out.
I know you said your goodbyes and all of this, but I just want to share this on the topic for tomorrow night. Mike Keegan reported this, that Manchester United beefed up security for season finale. Sir Jim Ratcliffe unlikely to attend. Fans set to protest, and defeat could leave Manchester United at 17th. So, Mike Keegan, Daily Mail, says that Jim Ratcliffe unlikely to attend. So,
shame on that man.
He's a fucking coward, isn't he? He's a coward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shame.
That's the thing. His bootlickers will be there to try to protect him. He's a fucking coward. Coward. Fucking coward.
Embarrassed.
Coward.
We get a spoon tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
This game.
3 Manchester United fans from the Glazers and Jim the Rat. Fuck them all. Peace, love, light. Love is the answer always. Free the people. Do not discriminate against people because of their gender, their religion, their orientation. See the humanity in everybody. But fuck the fucking Zionists who are committing a genocide. Yeah? Love, light. Look after each other, people. Look after each other. Find your community. Find your tribe, wherever you are. This is the therapy channel. We don't give a fuck how demonetized we are. How, not with demonetized, how with shadow banned. We were demonetized. We got in touch with them. Luckily, we monetized the game. But now we're still shadow banned. There you go. That's the flag. There's Palestine. There is one of the legends of Palestine. Legends. And that book that says, The Supple Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Peace, people. Real, raw, red, honest humanity here. Humanity here. No other channels do that. And we told you the videos it's on my page. I told Musa and Saeed exactly how the game could go, and it went that way.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck the Glazers. Fuck Ineos. Free the people, free the land. Take care, people.